Namaste, everyone. For this Kundalini yogic set, we are going to receive a meditation that is for the gold arc line. Okay? So, what is shiny isn't always gold. Okay? There is a lot of shiny things out in this world. Okay? But then when you get under the hood, there is not gold. It's false gold. Okay, we know this. We know the charlatans of the world, and we've been there, done that, seen things. But what is true gold in a person? Yogi Bhajan has said the true gold of a person is the creativity, the character, and the courage of a person who has a beautiful spirit, has a beautiful mind, and has a beautiful body, a beautiful appearance, to be attractive, to be magnetic. Okay? So there's a lot of this false gold of like, let me put on a jumpsuit. I'm gonna put on this jumpsuit. But then behind closed doors, my relationship's a mess, my career's a mess, my home's a mess, my car's a mess, my mind's a mess. So we're going to focus on this practice, on what it means to really be creative, to have character, to have courage with yourself. Because all things that are beautiful in the mind, there's a level of creativity, there's a level of character, there's a level of courage in the way that people think and express that mind wave. There's a level of creativity in one's attractiveness. People who tend to be very, beautiful tend to have a lot of sort of courage. They're exotic looking, right? To that attractiveness, that magnetic sort of beauty. We talk about physical appearance is very exotic. And the most exotic things to earth is somebody who has this extraordinary creativity, extraordinary character, extraordinary courage. It's captivating, right? External beauty or your physical beauty is captivating. It's exotic, and exotic means that it's diverse. It's quite dynamic. It's not like a cookie cutter sort of thing. Captivating, majestic, the snow leopard is majestic, the orca is majestic, but they are completely different species, right? But they're both captivating, extraordinary, okay? And then we talk about the spirit, that spirit, your psyche. They say, Yogi Bhajan says that the true identity of a person is their psyche. Meaning, you can speak all day long, but if your psyche can't back you up, then it's just like, it's not believable. And there's a lot of people presenting this false gold, but we can sniff it and it's not believable, because Yogi Bhajan, there is it can be a scent, like to your psyche, like we can say pheromone. Pheromones, like when you have sex with someone, you can actually, you sniff in their pheromone, you take it in their pheromone, and you have like a chemical response to it, and you can actually carry that person's pheromone with you. The smell of them, okay? And that smell of them, because we are animals, that chemical sort of interlock or response you have with them can also, it can create a sort of like an imbalance in you, in your hormones, as well as your emotions, the pheromone of someone. Especially if you're interlocking with that particular pheromone, and it is it's very mop in a bucket, as Yogi Bhajan would say. Okay, like let me put my mop into your bucket and wish it in the dirty waters, and then take it out, and then like clean the floors with it or something like that. So this is very brazen, because Kundalini yoga is very brazen. It wants you to move. It wants you to be moved, and it wants you to be moving. Like a movement. You talk about all these great leaders and these spiritual leaders, healers, political leaders. They have movement. They're moving. They have been moved. Okay. So this is what we're going to do for this particular meditation. We're going to be moved so that we can be moving. Okay, literally like soulful, I'm moving you with my energy, I'm moving you with my creativity, I'm moving you with whatever it is that I'm doing or I'm sharing with the world or whatever it is, so that we can create a movement together. A movement is not just some bunch of, just whatever that is, false gold. And movement is something that is bringing even more creativity, character, and courage to the self and to the community, not less over time. Okay, so we're just going to tune in, rub the hands together. Okay, press the hands into the chest, the sternum. Inhale. Squeeze up from the toe all the way to the crown. Squeeze in the lower locks, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, and really focus on creativity, character, and courage. And focus on what you need to release. Any facades that we may be carrying that is really blocking the flow of gold's true prosperity come through. Exhale. Inhale. Really see yourself tall, roll your shoulders back, open up the chest. See yourself as yourself. Exhale. Inhale. See yourself exotic, captivating, extraordinary. There's nothing more awe-striking than that. Exhale. Inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now our protection mantra. Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudev Name. Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudev Name. Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudev Name. Inhale. Squeeze up the lower locks as though you're levitating off the floor. Really focus on the crown chakra, opening up like a beautiful red rose. Exhale. Lower the hands down. Take a moment to prepare yourself for receiving higher energy. Okay, higher energy that's going to make you very moving. Okay, you're going to be moved, and then you're going to be a movement. Okay, a creative movement, a prosperity movement. So what we're going to do now is kind of like a little sort of tapping. So just allow your right hand to just be limber and loose. Okay, like so what we're going to do now is we're going to tap the top this area. Okay, so the pinky and the space between the eyebrows and the other fingers are just coming up the forehead all the way to the hairline, and the thumb is just kind of hanging up. So the thumb doesn't come down, so just really tap. And really have your eyes focus on the tip of the nose, and your eyes are 9/10 open, so they're not all the way closed. There's just a little light coming through. Long deep breathing, really open up that chest. So do not be hunched over, open up that chest and just tap. Look at the tip of the nose with the eyes 9/10 open. What we're doing is we're moving things around in this frontal lobe area. A lot of us can carry a lot of attention in this area, in the forehead. I call it the screen, the projector. Sometimes we can carry energies, like just dead weight on the forehead, that can really weigh down our projection. We want our projection to be very striking, extraordinary, captivating, but sometimes we can pick up dead weight, psychically. We can carry dead psychic energy on our forehead that can create like this kind of cloak that sort of blocks the projection from really beaming out. Okay, now tap the top of your head with both hands. So really like right down the centers, okay? So kind of right between the eyebrows, and then coming up the forehead, and then coming all the way back to the top of the head, and just like really tapping. And the thumb is just kind of hanging up. So again, coming all the way, space between the eyebrows, all the way back to the head. What we're doing is we're really unlocking some energy in this area. And if you feel any sticky energy, like on your hands or your fingers, just know that you're collecting any sort of like just psychic, mental, psyche, dead weight. Okay, dead weight, psychic stagnation, mental stagnation, just dead weight, dead energy that needs just a little push to be moved out. Okay, now have the hands here at the top of the head, now open like the crown, as though you're kind of pulling the top of the head open, okay, like your little surgeon. Okay, it's just opening up this crown energy. Okay. Now clap the hands and literally like you're like letting go of the debris. So you feel on your fingertips really like clear out any sort of sticky, okay, stickiness that you're feeling, okay, or it's making your head feel really heavy. Your psyche is very heavy. Your psychic eye is seeming very heavy. Now we're going to have the hands like here, okay, right here. Moving. We're going to use a particular mantra, okay. So this is kind of like I'm sweeping out, and really like focus on like the sweeping, like goodbye, okay. We're really sweeping through this whole arc line area, this whole psychic eye, this whole mental projection, this whole forehead area. Looking at the tip of the nose. Just keep going. I'm going to put in that mantra, but just keep moving the hands and focus on like sweeping through this arc line and clearing out all the psychic, mental, dead weight. Okay. Your mind is meant to be visionary. It's meant to travel through meditation, through mantra, astral travel. It's meant to travel, the mind. But the mind needs to have a very clear projection in order to travel and not get swamped by all of the energies. So you have to have a really, you have to have a lot of energy, okay, to your visionary means there's a lot of energy. So when there's a lot of energy to your thinking, to your projection, to your psychic ability, energy, you cannot get bogged down when there's energy, because energy is a thing that's able to replenish. If there's no energy behind the psychic, the mental, the projection, it's a lot easier for us to kind of get bogged down and take on dead weight, dead energy. Still looking at the tip of the nose, really sweeping through this arc line. Okay, inhale, have the hands back. Hada, 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 pumping the navel. Hada, 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 opening up the armpits, the chest. Hada, 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 hada. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it forward. this, the heart level, the nipple level. Hara, hara, Gobinde. Hara, hara, Gobinde. Hara, hara, Gobinde. Looking at the tip of the nose. Hara, hara, Gobinde. Lotus position at the heart, taking in. Hara, hara, Gobinde. 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 Inhale. Exhale. Bring it up. Bring it down. Looking at the tip of the nose, bring it up. Bring it down. Long, deep breathing through the nose. Cut through the psychic energy, cut through the mental energy, and put into the psychic mental energy the lotus flower of consciousness, receptivity, reciprocity, prosperity, intuition, grace, divinity, sovereignty, strength of 108,000 petals. Now bring it here, right here at the top of the forehead where the forehead meets the hairline. Still looking at the tip of the nose. Inhale, squeeze up as though you're stopping the flow of urination, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, and really focus on your third eye, your pineal gland being a flower, a red rose, and the stem is your spine, and the perineum is the roots that dig deep into the earth, that stretch out 30 feet in all directions below your legs. Exhale. Inhale. Now see that red rose is your pineal gland in your brain. See it as a red rose blooming with 108,000 red petals. See it as rich. See it as regal. See it as wealth. See yourself as wealth. Exhale. Inhale. Now see that red rose that is your pineal gland in your brain as your highest self-worth. Highest self-worth. Worth is wealth. Worth is wealth. Without self-worth, we do not have wealth. We do not have value. We do not see value. We do not know how to cultivate value. Wealth is worth. Wealth is worth. They're one and the same. High self-worth is high worth. Low self-worth is low worth, low value. Exhale. Inhale. Really see that red rose. See the stem as your spine in the water. The nectar that moves through the stem of your spine is your spine serum. See the roots below you, below your perineum, everywhere below your legs, stretched out deep like the deepest tree. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring the palms together, open up the armpits, bring it here to this third eye space between the eyebrows, looking still at the tip of the nose. Press the palms together. What we're doing is we're really balancing out both hemispheres of the brain. Now chant with me. Ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma, ra, 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 ma, 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 ra, 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 ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it down to that heart. So it's really magnetizing projection. And then just kind of open it up like this. Kind of open it up. Looking at the tip of the nose. Kind of like you're clapping, but you're not. So there's no noise. It's kind of like your fingertips are touching. And just bring it out. So it's almost like 2 feet out. And then back in, looking at the tip of the nose. So the hands are touching, but they're not like clapping sound. So all of these movements, this is particular meditation because I want you to have a movement. Okay, sometimes meditation is not enough. We want to be grounded meditation. We want to be a walking meditation, not let me go, some meditation land up in, some astral realm and completely be out of my body. I want you to feel the meditation as a movement inside of your body, not just, my body's down here and I'm up in the, 7th dimension. Because that's not practical, okay? Because we are here to participate in nature, so we need a walking meditation, a movement meditation, not just simply astral meditation. We need the astral meditation or the ascended meditation or transcendental meditation, wonderful, so we can connect with higher energy, so we can connect with vision and creativity and invention, but we also need to know how to put it in our body. Because the great, with a lot of people, is they don't know how to put in their body, the wealth into their body. So the wealth is floating out there, but they don't know how to call it into their physical body. So then they're like, like I see it when I do ayahuasca, but then why is it not? So that's why we have to work on the body meditation, which is about your self-worth. So everything that I'm doing is about self-worth. Because the higher your worth is, the more wealth you have. And this wealth is spiritual wealth, mental wealth, emotional wealth, physical, sexual wealth. I mean, you become very extraordinary, you become very magnetic. People are drawn to you because you're very magnetic to wealth, richness. Because richness is a frequency, okay? It's not an obtainment or some sort of attachment or control or whatever it is that people are doing. Okay, bring it together. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring your hands like loose here, loose here, loose here. Just loose, like kind of like I'm a zombie sort of thing, right? But it's above the heart, so don't let it drop below the heart. At the heart level, just kind of the wrists are loose. Still looking at the tip of the nose. really feel like your heart is beaming out. So don't let your heart, it should not be beaming to the ground. Your heart should be beaming almost like an angle that's straight and up. So straight and up. Not straight and down. We want our heart straight and up, because that's what we are, right? We're trying to grow up, not grow, our legs grow down, they stretch down, but our heart is more about stretching up. Just relax the wrists, just like let it hang. And just imagine that all of the psychic, so this posture is about letting all the psychic debris just fall off your fingertips, fall off your palm, like whatever it is that you're holding on to, you're literally surrendering, like you're letting it just kind of cascade off of your fingers and off of your palm, as though you're literally dropping, like literally I'm dropping the psychic weight, whatever weight that I'm carrying, like debris, like mental debris, psychic debris, psyche debris. I'm just kind of like dropping it off my fingertips, like dropping it off my palm, like water's just falling off, like dirty water's just falling off my hands. Okay, inhale, exhale, kind of lower the hands down, bring them to your knees. Take a moment to feel the subtle adjustments that we're making, subtle soul energetic adjustments. That's going to bring more freshness, less dead weight. Okay, more character, more courage, more creativity. So now what you're going to do, have your hands over here, okay, over your right over left, okay, press it into the center of your chest. Our eyes are going to be closed, and we're just going to focus now on the red rose inside of our brain, the pineal gland, okay, and it's literally coming out of our brain and is blooming out of the top of our head. And then we're going to imagine that also our heart is this great, I say it this, it's holy water. We're going to say that our heart is a pool that is holy water, okay? So really feel like you're bathing your heart in that holy water of emotional healing, something that's soothing. Okay, so chant with me. Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Bi Sach, Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach, Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach, Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Dugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanak Ho Si Be Sach. Exhale, bring the hands up, bring them back here like this at an angle. See that angle? So kind of like this. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach. So it kind of comes out like wings. So you see that angle? It's kind of like a V. Okay. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. So it's almost like you're coming back and then you kind of like sweep the cheeks and then kind of like push out the energy. So what you're doing, you're kind of like pushing out the energy, okay, the psychic, mental debris. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. It's really like sweeping out, like really like a flick, like a powerful hawk wing. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. Adi Sach, Jugadi Sach, Ebe Sach, Nanekoho Si Be Sach. Inhale. Cross over the eyes, fast, like this, very fast. So right over left, and then left over right, and look straight ahead, like literally look straight ahead. Let your eyes like take in this psychic adjustment. Take in the sight now. Your hands, all your fingertips are like blades, and they're like kind of cutting through. So imagine like you're cutting through the BS in who you are. So no more BS, okay? No more of that, and we're cutting through the nonsense. Okay, cut through the nonsense that is playing in our brain and playing in our psychic cord, playing in our psyche, playing in our eyes. Let go of the nonsense, the insanity, the BS, the whole facade, the impostery. Look straight ahead and really open your eyes like wide, like really like, but do not blink. Like really like even squint your eyes, but open your eyes big and like squint, like you got your eye on the prize, like you have a tiger eye or you have a lioness eye, and you see that Libra, whatever it is, and you're about to attack. Like do that eye, like I'm about to attack. Do that eye, like squint, but keep your eyes open, like you're not going to drop the ball, you're not going to look away. You got your eyes very clear, you're very strong, concentrated on the attack you're about to make on that lion or that zebra or whatever that is. Really look at it like you have the attack, you have the eye of protection, you have the eye of discernment, you have the eye of truth, you have the eye of strength, you have the eye of being able, like a judge, to cut through the nonsense and get to the fulfillment. So really look at your self-worth from like a judge. You are the judge. Very, very strong energy. You're the judge. That is wealth. Wealth to move energy, to be moving, and to know when to move and know when to not move. To trust yourself. That's the judge. The judge is masterful at trusting his or herself to make corrective, constructive, and creative decisions that are for the greater good of all. Inhale, stretch it up, look straight ahead. Now pull up all the energy, have your hands like this as though you're pulling up. So hands are soft, dripped over like this, high above, and like you're pulling up the energy. With the inhale, squeeze up from the toe all the way to the top of the head. You're extracting, pulling up all that energy, especially pulling up the lower energy, the root chakra energy. You're pulling it out of the swamp. You're pulling it out of this sexual addiction, bad habits, low self-worth. You literally pull yourself by the armpit, by the rib cage, by the heart. Pull yourself up out of your low self-worth, out of your low wealth, your low energy, your low attitude, your low mood. Pull yourself up out of it. Exhale, inhale. Really pull yourself out, consciously decide, pull yourself out of low self-worth. Squeeze up the belly button, the spine. Press the tongue on the upper palate, really pull up your low self-worth. Be done with it. Exhale, inhale. Be done with it. Look straight ahead, eyes wide open, squinting. You got your eye on the prize, concentrate. Exhale, bring it down like this. Like make it like, it's kind of like a wave that you come all the way back and then you kind of bring it down. Kind of like you're bringing down all of that, whatever stuff. Then bring your hands down to the floor. Keep your chest open. Really press this energy into the floor, your higher self-worth, your wealth. So you can have wealth in your ideas, wealth in your relationships, wealth in your all aspects, wealth in your identity, which is most important. Your identity, your psyche is what basically creates everything around you. It's the epicenter for everything that moves, that comes to you, that doesn't come to you, that moves through you, that moves around you, the environment, the travel, the people. It all starts with your identity. So if your identity is wanky, then, you know, you're gonna see these kinds of ripples around you that reveal that to you. Just long deep breathing and just consciously decide I'm ready to let it go, to shake it off, so that I can have more energy, so that I can do more things in life, so I can be more creative, so I can have more wealth, so I can have more opportunity, so I can be extraordinary. Be extraordinary. This is the meditation to be extraordinary, to be captivating, and to be exotic. There's nothing more beautiful in mind, body, and spirit than someone who's exotic, captivating, and extraordinary, regardless of who they are and what they look like and what ethnicity and what they're doing with their life and their living and their career. A person can be the wealthiest billionaire, but if they're not exotic, extraordinary, captivating, it's like it doesn't go anywhere. And there are billionaires out here and their money is not going anywhere. It's not circulating anywhere. It's not actually creating significant movement on this planet. It's just kind of sitting there in like a bank account or just used for yachts or whatever. Okay. So because to wealth, true higher wealth is the person who's exotic, captivating, extraordinary. They know how to be moved, they know how to be moving, and they know how to create a movement, a significant movement that is based off of their self-trust, the protection of the self, the cherish of the self, the preserve of the self, and the maintaining and sustaining the self. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. So thank you for joining me. We'll tune out with one long Sat Nam. So inhale. Sat Nam. So there you go. I would recommend you shake it off, do a dance, do a song, something that moves your energy to like a music that's really liberating, like a Christmas song, like Joy, the Joy. To really get out that inner goof, get out that inner SNL, wacko, sort of funny thing to help you to be more playful, less serious, less uptight, and less like linear mind and a narrow mind. Because this meditation is really about opening up your playful side so you can start being like extraordinary and start having new ideas and having new sort of projects and things that are actually moving and they're very like, extraordinary.